Sometimes we find ourselves tiring of Jesus, imagining that we have seen all there is to see and used up all the pleasure there is to be had in him. We get spiritually bored. But Jesus has satisfied the mind and heart of the infinite God for eternity. Our boredom is simple blindness. If the Father can be infinitely and eternally satisfied in him, then he must be overwhelmingly all-sufficient for us, in every situation, for all eternity. And that's why the gospel is not lacking, because he is not lacking. Now, let me just unpack this briefly, as we need to be thoroughly convinced if this is to make a difference. Our delight in God is so essential because it, 1, distinguishes us from demons, 2, is the heartbeat of the saints, 3, is part of entering the true life of God, and 4, is what we were made for. First, our delight in God distinguishes us from demons. James writes, "You believe that God is one. You do well. Even the demons believe and shudder." James 2, verse 19. Even the demons know their Bible and can explain it accurately. What distinguishes them from saints is not their knowledge. It is that where saints delight in God, demons dread him. Jonathan Edwards once took it further. The devil once seemed to be religious from fear of torment. Luke 8:28. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, "What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not." Here is external worship. The devil is religious. He prays. He prays in a humble posture. He falls down before Christ. He lies prostrate. He prays earnestly. He cries with a loud voice. He uses humble expressions. "I beseech thee, torment me not." He uses respectful, honorable, adoring expressions. "Jesus, thou Son of God Most High." Nothing was wanting but love. Second, delight in God is the heartbeat of the new man, the spiritual nature. Saints love to cry out to their Father and echo David's desire in Psalm 27, verse 4. "One thing have I asked of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple." Third, this delight in God we have is a core part of what it means to enter the true life of God. For eternity, God the Father has loved, delighted in his perfect Son, and the Son has loved and delighted in his Father in the fellowship of the Spirit. We have been created that we might share that. See John 17, verses 20 to 23. And lastly, as we've already been reminded by the Westminster Catechism, delight in God is what we were made for. It is crucial to Christian life, service, fruitfulness, and happiness. Here's how John Calvin put it. "It will not suffice simply to hold that there is one whom all ought to honor and adore, unless we are also persuaded that he is the fountain of every good, and that we must seek nothing elsewhere than in him. For until men recognize that they owe everything to God, that they are nourished by his fatherly care, that he is the author of their every good, that they should seek nothing beyond him, they will never yield him willing service. Nay, unless they establish their complete happiness in him, they will never give themselves truly and sincerely to him. Delighting in God is therefore the root and happy secret behind growing in Christ, serving the church, and blessing the world. It is not something extra that we add on to a list of righteous actions, but the very ground and source of righteous living. So friends, keep making sure of this, that all your ministry and all your life is an act of worship, full of prayer, full of praise, which are fuel for your enjoyment of God.